She was like, that girl look crazy. I said, excuse me? I'm like, wait, what? She's like, that girl look like a little crazy to me. I'm like, crazy as in like Chuck E. Cheese crazy, or like Jason at the camp crazy? Cool.
Wow, whoa, oh.
Welcome back to my channel, y'all. It's Localblackchild here. You're who? Your local babies. I'm who? I'm Localblackchild. I just told you. And you who, if you're not subscribed, you're a local hater, and that's facts no what? And that's facts no what? And that's facts no rental. So today your girl's here with a freaking story time about my crazy cuckoo ex-roommate. And I know, Gabby, dang, how many roommates you had? I had 3, mind your business. It's only my 3rd year of college. Well, 3rd year, well, I only lived there for 1.5 years, but mind your business. So this is about the very first roommate. No, not the roommate but that put the tampon in while I was standing in the room. No, not that one. A different one, the one before that. So boom, let's get right into the story. I'm not going to keep talking. Let's get into it. So boom. It's the summer before my freshman year of college. So I just graduated from high school. Yeah, yay me. I had my diploma, looking all cute. I had my little hat. What do they call that? A graduation cap? Yeah. I was like, oh yeah. I turned the thing over. I'm like, I graduated. Yeah. Talking my stuff, you know. My high school was hard, so it was an accomplishment. Not saying that if your high school wasn't hard, I'm just saying like I felt so good. So I graduated. Yeah, I'm a grown woman. Like yeah. So it's college time now, and 1 month before 1 month before college started, I had to pick a roommate. So mind you, none of my friends was coming to the school. Didn't know nobody like that. I knew 2 girls, but we wasn't cool like that. But we was cool. But we're not cool no more. But we wasn't cool before college. But I knew them. Like, you know, like I still knew of them. So anyway, I didn't know nobody. I didn't know nobody at the school. So I'm like, well, I gotta find a roommate. So time's a ticking, tick tock, time's a ticking, and I still don't got a roommate, and it's like about to be the deadline for the roommate application. So you know what? Let me just go on the roommate app that my school had made. It was called My College Roommate. So on there you can like say what you want in a roommate, and they'll match you with like how you live, or if you're clean, or if you're dirty as hell. You know. I think if you went to college, you know what I'm talking about. So I went on the college roommate, the My College Roommate thing, and I'm like, okay. My roommate has to do my hair every 2 weeks, my nails, to buy my groceries, buy my clothes, drive me wherever I want, do my homework, and I think that's really it. So I put it in. They told me something. Oh, no results can be found. Yo, nobody can live up to my expectations. I'm sorry. Like, everyone just seems to disappoint me nowadays. Like, I feel like I deserve way more than that. But I'm like, okay, fine. I'll settle for less. I'll settle for somebody who's trash. Like, I know I don't ask for. Do you think that was too? I just feel like I don't ask for too much. But it's okay. Like, if you can't live up to my expectations, like, I don't really blame you, because nobody can really live up to my expectations, because everyone is trash. So it's fine. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I gotta just go a little easier on them. So I was like, I guess someone who's clean. They're like, oh, we match you with Z. So that was my roommate. Her name was, well, Z. That's not. I'm not saying I'm her real name, because I was gonna try to stalk y'all. Y'all be bullying people. Y'all found people from my last story time and bullied them. I'm like, oh wow, like, and I do not be meaning to make these story times like with malice, or trying to like expose like somebody's actual name, or like it's just be for fun. But y'all got too much time in y'all hands. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, that's cute and just don't be trying to find nobody, because you're not gonna find it. I said that last time, but y'all found her. But mind your business. So Z, I matched with Z. I'm like, okay, cool. There was no picture, but her number I came up like, okay, and it was like a 610 number. So I don't know if you're from Philly, but I know 610 is right outside of Philly. So whatever. So I'm like, okay, she close to me, you know, whatever. So I had texted her, like, oh hi. I was like, my name is Gabby. We matched on the roommate app. I asked her a few questions to get to know her, so like to see if I was willing to pair with her, because I gotta like your energy. I can't just I don't know. I can read energy pretty well. Well, not this time, but usually. So I kinda gotta get to know you. So we was texting, and she was like, my boyfriend cheated on me. I'm like, dang. All I was asking was if he was bringing the fridge, and you already going to the juicy questions. Dang, I was never going to ask you that, but, oh, what happened? Like, oh, tea? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm a little newsy, but I'm, oh, tea? Like, ooh, I like to mind my business, but if you trying to tell me my business, I'm a listening ear. I won't tell nobody. I'm sorry. I won't. I didn't tell nobody. I don't be snitching on nobody, but I just thought that was kind of weird how she kind of opened up the conversation so quickly without really getting to know me. I could have been a homeless man in my mom's basement eating Cheetos. Honestly, I could have hacked into the app and been eating Cheetos in my mom's basement. She would have never known. But I was me, so she was safe. She was safe. So she's like, yeah, I want to go to my ex-boyfriend's house and put hate mail in his mailbox. I'm like, oh, tell me more. You know, I'm really nosy. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, honestly, it was kind of weird how she opened up so fast. But I'm like, oh, like, I'm a really, like, comforting person. So people seem to always open up to me really quickly. And that's fine. But I'm just saying, that was a little weird to me. So then we followed her on Instagram, and she was really cute. Like, she had this clear skin. I'm like, oh, yeah. Neutrogena who? What the other one called? Proactive who? I was like, oh, yeah. Clean skin, clear. The skincare was on point. I just had to say, like, I don't even be really realizing people's skin, but her skin was crazy. And it wasn't even edited because I saw a video, but I'm just saying. So then she had these really white teeth. I'm like, this girl was pretty, okay. So I'm like showing my boyfriend, showing my mom, this is my room. I'm like, yo, I got a roommate because I'm really excited. So I show my aunt. And mind you, my aunt's like a really positive person. So I was surprised when she was like, that girl look crazy. I said, excuse me? I'm like, wait, what? She's like, that girl look like a little crazy to me. I'm like, crazy as in like Chuck E. Cheese crazy or like Jason at the camp crazy? She like, Jason at the camp crazy, baby. Like Jason Voorhees? Like that. I'm like, my phone all dying. I'm like, oh no. Absolutely not. But I'm like, too late. It's really too late for me to turn back down. So I'm like, okay, mind your business. But I love you, auntie. Just mind your business. But she was right. Cool. So moving on, it's moving day. I'm moving in, mind you. I pimp my ride. I pimp my room regardless. Me and my mom loves decorations, so we were searching for decorations for weeks before. So my room was pimped out, honey. I had the lights, I had the comforter, I had the pillow, I had the touchscreen TV. I had a Dance Revolution on my floor. I had twinkle lights on my ceiling. I had a hologram of Michael Jackson in the corner. We was dancing doing the moonwalk. I had a tapestry. I had a lamp, honey, with LED lights. Yeah, that. Hangers. Pimp my ride. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we do it actually. I had the bed made of wood. Oh yeah. I had the underwears in the underwear drawer. Yes. Jeans. Yes. Sweatpants. Oh, I had everything, baby. I had everything, baby. A step stool to get up on the bed. Oh, count me in. Count me in. So I was pimped out. So we decorated, my whole family there, my boyfriend there. You know, we was doing whatever we gotta do. Screwing screws, putting stuff together, nailing stuff in the wall. I had all these paintings. I'll show you my room. This is my room, y'all. Oh, beautiful. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but toot. So then, we just listen to music, vibing out. We hear, boom. So I'm like, oh. Everyone's startled. We jump up and gasp in surprise. We're like, oh. And the girl, Z, she walks in and throws her stuff on the bed and walks out. No hi, no aloha, no we, no hello, no what it called? Hola, aloha, what do I? Bonjour, bonjour, wait, bonjour. And I'm like, okay, that's disrespectful as hell. But let me chill, cause I'm not gonna get mad, cause like at first I'm like, is that really her? Like, did she just walk? Like I'm like, is that not? I'm like, do I like? Because you know when you talking to someone and they walk right by you, it's like, was I not talking to them? So I'm like, what? Is that not her? So my mom was like, oh, no, my mom do not take it disrespect. So she walked out the room and was like, hello, are you Gabrielle's roommate? So the girl was like, oh, yeah, that's me. She's like, hello, nice to meet you. I'm Gabrielle's mom. Like, what? So my mom walked in and she was like, that was mad disrespectful. I'm like, yeah, that was weird. My boyfriend like, oh. Like, we was like, oh. Like, no mush mouth from Fat Albert. He like, we was just like speechless. So like, whatever, that's rude. So then her mom and her walk in, and her mom the same. Her mom was like, hi, hello, wait, hello, hi. Her mouth didn't even move. She was like, hello, hi. I'm like, what is going on? So my mom was like, oh, hello. My mom was like, nice to meet you. I'm Gabrielle's mom. Just trying to make conversation. And she was not trying to have no conversation to mom. I'm like, so they both is weird. Okay, noted. Checked off my list. Like, scribble that off my to-do list. You're weird. So she brought all this stuff and she set it up. There was one nail on the wall, a piece of paper on her dresser, a washcloth and a wash rag on her bed, and a shoe in the corner. So I'm like, is this all that she got? And it's not like they didn't have money. I'm not trying to like, oh, she didn't have money. They was wearing Balenciagas and name brand stuff. So it's not like she was broke. So I'm like, this is all she got. I can't have my side pimped and you looking like Shrek Swamp. Absolutely not. You need to pimp your ride to match our energy. We can't live like this. So she's like, oh yeah. So her mom starts like fixing her bed. So I don't know if you go to college, but a lot of people, if you've been to college, you know what I'm talking about. So a lot of the college beds aren't as high as you would like. So there's these things called bed risers. So usually you need 2 people to help. You put these bed risers under your bed on the bottom to make your bed higher. So I had done mine. My boyfriend and my dad had done mine. And then I see her mom struggling to do hers because her daughter Z had left to get something. So she was doing it by herself. You can't do that by yourself. It's not really that possible. You can, but it's really hard. So my dad and boyfriend is like, let me get it for you. Because mind you, I was raised that if you see a woman struggling and there's men around, the men should be helping. The men should be doing it. Like, you don't watch women struggle. So my boyfriend and my dad was like, okay, bet we'll help you. Like, stand back, we got you. She's like, no. They're like, ew, okay, like what? Say no more. Don't say no. She's like, no. Like, okay, say no more. Absolutely not. We'll go back to the other side and mind our business, sir. You can do that all on your own, sir. You've definitely got it. The bed fell on her ankle, but it's fine. You got it. You know exactly what you're doing. So we're like, ew. It was just weird. Weird energy. So my parents had kissed me goodbye. They was a little too hyped to leave. I just feel like they didn't care that I was at college. They was like, oh, bye. I'm like, ooh, y'all was a little too hyped to leave. I can see where I stand in your book. I can see that you no longer love me, but that's fine. You show your true colors now. I'd rather you do it now than later. So it's just me, her, and her mom. So her mom is like looking at my side, looking at her side. She's like this. Yeah, we need to go get more decorations. I'm like, absolutely, because your side looks like the Twilight Zone. It looks empty as hell. It looks, yeah, do that. So her mother, I'll be back. So me and her just in the room, and she like, oh, you look so mean on social media. I thought you were gonna be mean. That's why I didn't really talk. So I'm like, did you not? Were we just not talking for the past like couple weeks? What are you talking? I'm like this, but I'm like, you know, I'm fake as hell. I'm not fake as hell, but you know, like I don't be saying that. I was like, no, I'm not mean. I'm really nice. Trying to be Joe, but I'm just saying like that in my head. I'm like, that was weird. Like that's childish. Like you don't sit. That's like that's a weird way to start a conversation. Like that's weird. So I was like, oh no, I'm actually really nice. And I was like, as you know, we've talked. She's like, oh yeah. So a couple hours go by, her mom comes back. She gets a call from her mom and she's like, oh, can you come help me with the bags? So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I went to her mom's car with her. It's like late at this point. Her mom pulled up in this little car. The trunk, the back seat, and the passenger seat is filled with bags. I'm like, dang, her mom not only got money, but you got taste. So I'm looking in the bag. I'm like, these look just like my room decorations, but you got taste. You got taste. So her mom puts 19 bags in my hand and 1 bag in her hand. I'm like, why am I carrying all your daughter's bags? This is not my side of the room. My side of the room always already pimped out. Your daughter is the one who need help. Why am I carrying her bags? And her mom literally gave me all the bags. She's like, okay, bye, mom. Her mom was like, bye. Said, like, her mom did not even acknowledge my existence, but she sure did acknowledge my arms with the bags. I'm like, oh, you were disrespectful. So go back to the room. And she starts setting up her stuff. Her stuff looked exactly like mine. Exactly like mine. She got the tapestry, the furry pillows, everything, the rug that I got. The room looked nice, but I'm just saying, it was weird how her mom got everything that literally I got. But I'm like, it's fine. Like, now the room is cute. So, you know, we're getting familiar with campus. We go to, like, orientation. But we're sticking together because we're the only people we know. But, like, we're going to orientation together. We ate dinner together one night. You know, we're in the room, we're sharing a room, so we have to get to know each other. But the weekend came, and my boyfriend came up. And me and him was riding bikes together. But we had invited her and then this other girl, these other 2 girls I met there to come along. So it was me, Malik, these 2 other girls, and Z. So it was all riding bikes together. And let's see. Oh, yeah. So it was all riding bikes together. And after we was done bike riding, my boyfriend had took me on a date because like he was only up there for like the night, so he was let me take her out to eat. So Z and my other friends stayed together and continued to ride the bikes. So I'm like, okay, like see you later. So when we got back the night, we was like, let's go to a party. It'd be fun. So all of us got dressed, got ready, and went to the party. So we walk into the party and I peep like Z is being super antisocial, being super. She's like like the Grim Reaper. She over there like this. Like, if you didn't want to come to the party, just didn't come to the party. No one's forcing you to come to the party and party. No one forced you to come to the party and party. I'm just saying you don't got a party if you don't want to party. Just at a party. Like, ooh, you don't got to do all. Don't say like, don't be a party pooper. Just don't come to the party if you don't want to party at the party. So I'm like, oh, so at the party, we like, yeah, party rock, shit then. Nobody forced you. I'm just trying like, and I'm like, no one you trying to like. Hey, I'm like, come on, Z, yeah, come on, Z, yeah. I'm moving her arms like that, yeah, come on, Z, I'm gonna do it to baby, you like that. Come on, like, I was moving her arms, she like that. She's like that. I was like, oh, like, what the hell? So I'm like, okay, like, she just being a party people, that's fine, I'll leave her alone. I'm not about to be worried about you. You too grown. You was not 4 or 5 or 6. You was like 20 or 52 years old. So we all partying. We walk back to the crib. And we all go to our dorm. So, like I said, it was me, my 2 friends, my boyfriend, and Z and me going back to our dorm. So we was like, we got the munchies. Let's order some Dominoes. Who don't love Dominoes? I hate it. But I was hungry as hell. Who don't love Dominoes? I don't like it. But still, who don't love it? So I got me a Alfredo pasta with bacon, and it's in like the bread, the garlic bread. It make your breath stink a little bit, but mind your business. So we all ordering Dominoes, mind you. We not about to have 7 delivery men come up in the room talking about some Dominoes. Why would we do that? If we can all put one order together and just split the money. You know what I'm saying? So my boyfriend, was like, we'll cash app Malik or whatever. Cash app Malik the money. Well, I didn't because I'm his girl and I get shit for free. But I'm just saying. But everyone else cashed up him for the pasta. So everyone's cash will come through. Except Z. So Malik like, what's up with the money? She's talking about something. I gotta pay. Oh, so you thought my boyfriend about to pay for you and your pasta? Oh, hell no. I'm the only girl to get stuff for free. Not you. He don't even know you, baby. Ooh, absolutely. I didn't do that. Everyone will let it do. Like, you thought I was getting pasta for free? Absolutely not. You was nothing special, honey. You was just Z. You just live with me. That's it. You not getting nothing for free from my boyfriend. My boyfriend. He don't even know you like that. But, okay. But he like that. No. She's like, well, can I at least pay you later? You not seeing him later. Where'd you pay him? Pay him now. Pay him now. So she was like, oh, and she paid him. Like, what? So we just all eating her pasta when it when it arrives, and she starts having these like random outbursts of energy. So we just eating. She's like, "Oh my god, yo, I met this boy today, and yeah, and then I went to the restaurant and I pooped in my pants. Oh yeah, and I did my. It was weird. And my boyfriend was like, and he not a mean person either. He was like, nobody cares, but he said it under his breath, like only so I could hear it. And I was like, cause when like you're having secondhand embarrassment and you don't even want to say anything because you feel bad for the person. But my boyfriend was like, oh my god, nobody cares. And I was like, I guess I was the only one feeling that weird energy. Like everyone was like, what? She's like, and then I ordered a number 2 with no pickles from ChickFilA. And then I wiped my butt after I pooped. And then I saw a ghost while I was asleep. And I was like, what's wrong with this girl? I got all my notes here, so I gotta make sure it's okay. So that night was just very weird, very hectic. So the week went by, our first week of classes, we were in all A's, all hundreds. You know how it go. All A's and B's over here, no C's, it's acceptable. So I peeped as the month went on. I peeped every weekend she would go home. She would like cry. She used to cry a lot. Like I'd be in the room, she would cry a lot. Be going home even during the week. She used to go home on like Wednesdays, Mondays. She was never there. So I was like, okay, well, if you're never there, my boo ain't coming over to stay with me. Like, I'm taking advantage of this. I'm sorry. Like, you's not there. Oh, my boo ain't coming over. He's staying the night and he's living there. He might as well pack his bags and move in. Absolutely not. So, I'm like, but out of respect, I will always ask her, Z, I'm letting you know that Malik's coming over tonight, just so she don't feel uncomfortable with like a strange boy being in the room around her stuff. Because like, I know I'm a little weird with that kind of stuff, but I didn't want her to be out of the loop. So I would like just let her know, or even ask her like, hey, is it okay if Malik stay? I know you're out of town. She's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. So he would do that a lot, especially when she would, because she would announce she was going home for the weekend like on Wednesday. So I would know. So whatever. So I would notice like on social media, she would block and unblock me. Like one time I'd be following her, next day I would not be following her. Then I would follow her back, so I'm like, wait, did I unfollow her? What the hell? And then I'd be unfollowing her. So I'm like, what? And then sometimes I'd follow her and her stories would not pop up. And then they would pop up and say 12 hours ago, but her story was not there 12 hours. So I'm like, what is going on? So then she just started acting really weird towards me. Like one time when I told her Malik was coming over, she got like really mad at me. And I'll include the messages and everything. She got super mad at me and was like, why is she always staying over? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, you was never here. And she was like, I didn't give you permission. She was acting really weird. So out of nowhere, she just stopped talking to me completely. She stopped communicating with me. And I had asked her like, hey, did you want to go to the gym? Because I'm trying to include her and stuff. And she was like, you're only asking me because you feel bad that I don't have any friends. Da, da, da. I'm like, what? If that's how you feel when someone asks you to hang out, that's a terrible way to look at an invitation to go somewhere. But I was like, okay. I was like, okay. She was like, you always asking me what stuff I don't want to do. Obviously, you only doing that because you feel bad for me. I'm like, you know what? This is the last time I'll be asking her to go somewhere with me, because that I don't like that. Like, I don't like people trying to make me feel bad for asking. That's weird. So then she just stopped talking to me completely. So this went on for days and days and days. Like, she would walk in the room, not say anything. Like, we would not talk. And I'm like, I would say hi, and she would literally like blatantly ignore me. Like, if I said, she would look at me and not say anything. So I called a meeting with the RA, because I'm not about to be living in a space with somebody who can't even talk to me. Like, you is not Helen Keller. You can talk. You can talk. You can talk. Use your voice. Talk. Communicate. I don't like that ignoring stuff. I don't do that with, I don't even do that with my boyfriend. I don't care who you are. Don't ignore me. I don't like that. I don't like being ignored. It makes me feel terrible. I just don't, I don't like being ignored. So I called a meeting with the RA, and I was like, this is going on. She snapped me multiple times in text messages, like, just all this crazy stuff. So we went with the RA, and she walked in 10 minutes late. So we were just all sitting there, and she started laughing. Like, this is her. and the RA was like, what's funny? She's like, this whole situation, you're just wasting my time. So I'm like, I'm a waste of your time, but I'm calling this meeting so we can mend whatever is going on and fix the situation. What are you talking about? She's like laughing all the time. So I'm telling them what's going on, what happened, how she got mad that I invited her to the gym, how she was mad that I became friends. She was just mad that I became friends. Apparently that I became friends with other people except her. It was weird. Like, just a tip. You do not have to be best friends with your roommate. You don't even have to hang out with your roommate. That's not how roommates work. If you become friends, that's cool, but you do not have to be friends. Just be cordial and be respectful. So I was like, I don't have to be your friend. I tried to invite you, but it was this whole thing. She laughed the whole time. Then at the end of the meeting, we walked out. We had fixed things. She admitted to me that she was bipolar on the elevator. It was on the elevator. She's like, I'm bipolar. I'm sorry. And she gave me a hug. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, and I don't understand these mood switches. And not trying to like I'm not trying to make fun of nobody. That's depression. That's a mental illness. Like, that's not funny. But like, absolutely not. I was like, okay, like this explains the behavior. So I was like, let me be nice and invite her to ride bikes. So again, the same girls that went to the party with me and Malik were all up at the school, and we all rode bikes together. My school has these bikes. It's like $1 for a whole year. You can ride them whenever you want, but you gotta pay $1 for the entire year. So we all rented the bikes, riding around the city, ringing our bells, looking like E.T. Like, what? E.T. phone home? Yeah. Click. So we all riding around. If I only get back, mind you, my boyfriend did not go to my school at the time, so he tried to spend as much time with me as possible. So the other two girls and Z is friends now, because we hung out multiple times. So I'm like, y'all, Malik about to take me on a date, take me out to eat. So I'll be back, I'll see you guys when I see you. So I left. Like, what? I'm not babysitting y'all. Y'all not my responsibility. So I left. So I get this nasty text from her talking about something. You left me. Everyone looking at me like I'm crazy. You left me from your boyfriend. I thought we was cool. All this. I'll include the message. All this crap. I'm like, What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, I went on a date. I let you know I'm not your babysitter. I'm not your best friend. I go where I please. I'm grown. Like, what? She's like, oh, you just be leaving. Da, da, da. And she's talking about something. I wanted to have a girls' night tonight and talk to you about the situation, but you not even here. All I wanted was a girls' night. All I wanted was a girls' night. All I wanted was a girls' night. Girls' night with you? No, thank you. After everything you did, girls' night, eating popcorn with our feet kicked up. No, thank you. I don't want to vibe with you like that. I'll ride the bike, phone home, but I'm not vibing with you and watching no movies and popcorn. Like, no, oh no. I'll be with you in a public setting, but I'm not about to sit here and act like everything's okay. Like, I still felt a weird way towards her. So yes, the bikes was cool, but I'm not about to be having a girls' night with you. We're not that close to be having no girls' night. Ooh. So then she got mad, and Malik like, yo, this girl is really crazy. So again, stopped talking to me, started ignoring me. She worked at ChickFilA. When I would go to ChickFilA, she literally turned her back to me. When I was at the ChickFilA line, I said, can I have a... She went like this. Oh, I'm getting my number one today. I said, who's taking my order up in here? And some girl stepped in and said, I'll take your order. How old are you? They're 3.78? Oh, no. You're on the clock. I'm a customer. I don't care what's going on. You better take my order. Okay, but that's disrespectful because now you blatantly disrespect me in the public because I don't take this. I said, what you're not going to do is turn your back to me and actually can't take my order. My mom and dad paying for this school so you can take my order because they're paying for this ChickFilA technically. And I don't take the disrespect. So I told her manager, I was like, your employee is very disrespectful. She turned her back to me, didn't take my number one with no pickles, and give me a large fry and a fruit punch. She didn't take my order, and I do not appreciate it. She said, oh, I'll talk to her. Okay. No, fire her, but no, it's fine. You'll talk. ChickFilA, I've never had bad customers. She didn't even say my pleasure, but I'm like, ew, okay, do what you gotta do. That's just weird to me. So she started doing really petty stuff. Like, I remember when I was walking in the dorm, so I was walking from my room, and she was walking in the dorm with her friend. Her friends pointed at me and laughed. Like, is this a cartoon? Like, is this a movie? Like, who points and laughs in real life? She was like this. What are we in Barney? Like, yo, is this real life? Like, I've never seen someone point and laugh. I feel like that's like only in movies, like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. What is this? Like, this is college, baby. This is not preschool. You don't point and laugh at. So she's like, look who it is. What? But then when you by yourself, you dead silent like Helen Keller. Oh, you got something wrong with you. But oh, well, we know that. But no, like not trying to like be. But I'm just saying, don't people say like you got something wrong with you. I'm not trying to like. Okay, let me start before I get canceled. So next, I have my list here. So then she would have her friends come in the room and like say little slick stuff. Like she was like, ew, look at her side of the room, it's ugly, or ooh, look at like this little. I'm like, what did you just say? Like, I would like get smart with her, but it's just like I don't got time for this. So finally, I sat down with her after a couple weeks. I'm like, you know what, Z, I need you to move out. Cause I'm sorry that me moving out is not an option. I ain't put thumbtacks in the. I put hammered what they call it, nails in the wall. I put twinkle lights on the ceiling. Michael Jackson in the corner doing the moonwalk. I'm not moving. This is my room. This is my room. So I said, hey, like, I really need you to pack. I don't think this energy is good for either of us, mental health wise. I don't feel like this can be done. This cannot work. So she was like, okay, I understand. You know, we have been having our issues, like trying to be like, she was like super nice about it, which was kind of creepy. She's like, yeah, we've been having our issues, and you know, I understand, so I'll move out. So I'm like, okay, so I'll talk to Patrick. Patrick was like the head RA. So I was like, okay, I'll talk to Patrick about getting like you situated. And I had found I literally found a girl for her to move in with. Like, I was being super like helpful. So I found a girl and whatever. So I got them situated. So the day came where Patrick was ready to take her keys, switch out her keys, and help her move. So, like, when you move, the RAs come and help you move your stuff, put it in a cart, do what you gotta do. So all the RAs was ready. They was ready for the room switch and the key change, all that. So Patrick came to get her stuff and switch her key, and she told him she never said she was moving. So I said, excuse me? So we had to have a meeting the next day about the whole situation. I'm like, yo, you were supposed to move out tonight. Like, I want you gone. I'm sorry, I want you gone. Like, I want you gone. I want you gone, baby. Like, you need to leave. You need to dip out. Like tortillas. You need to dip out like tortilla and salsa, baby. So I'm like, yeah, no. So we had a meeting the next day. So mind you, meeting's at 2 o'clock. This girl never showed up. You wasted my time. I missed class for this meeting because it was that important to me. I missed class for this meeting. Then we scheduled another meeting for the next day. She was 5 minutes late. I don't care if it's 5-2, you're still late, and you missed the first one that had us both waiting. That's disrespectful. So she finally did show up to the second meeting. So we're at the meeting, and she walks in and talks about something. I didn't say I would move. I didn't tell her I would move. She's a liar. She's a liar. She's a liar. One thing I don't do is lie, blatantly lie about something so serious. Why the hell would I make up that somebody it said they were moving? That's not in my character. That's not something I would do. I don't lie about stuff like this. I said, bro, do you not remember the conversation we had the other day when you said that the energy, you agreed to the energy? She's like, we didn't ever say that. We didn't. I'm like, what is you, Dory? Short-term memory loss? What is wrong with you, baby? Are you okay? So is somebody in there? Are you okay? Are you fine? How is somebody in there? What is wrong? I'm like, what is wrong with you? So she like, you know what? I don't want to room with a liar. I refuse to room with a liar. I'm moving out. I'm not living with a liar. So she was trying to make it seem like she was moving out because I was crazy. I see, yo. I'm like, I see what you did there. I see, yeah. I like that move. I like that. I see you were smart. I like what. Yeah, good job. The Oscar goes to Z. Yeah, take your Oscar and get the hell out. So she's moving now. Oh, whatever. Call me a liar. I don't really care at this point because you're moving. I got what I want at the end of the day. You're out. You're going. Toodles. Goodbye. Hasta la vista. Wouldn't want to be. You don't want to see crocodile. So she's moving out. And my mom was like, make sure you stay in the room while she's moving out because, like, you don't want her to, like, try no sneaky stuff. So I'm like, okay. But mind you, it's my nap time, so I go to sleep. But, like, you know how you, like, be lucid dream? Like, you will be, like, half sleeping. So I'm, like, resting my eyes kind of, like. So I'm, like, there, but, like, I can, like, kind of hear what's going on. So while when I'm closing my eyes, I fell asleep. But I had this weird dream that she was standing on top of me. Like, I had a dream that I would sleep, and she was like this. Like, it was so, I cannot make this up. It was so creepy. And I'm, like, dreaming that she's, like, looking over me, like, staring and, like, at me. And I jumped up, and she's in the room doing her stuff. I'm like, what the? I'm like, yo, this girl needs to, this is the devil. This is the devil. This is the spawn of Satan. I'm like, oh, absolutely. Like, she has to go. She's getting her stuff, and I hear her on the phone with her mom. She's like, yeah, I swept it up. I swept it up. So I'm like, swept up what? Like, ain't no dirt on the ground. Like, what is she, like, what? Swept it up. I'm like, what? So I swept up. I'm like, what? So I thought that was weird, but I didn't really pay close attention to her. So she finally left, and she's saying some smart comments. I'm like, yo, you leaving, like, you lost. You lost. You're a loser. You're trash. Get the hell out. Shut the hell up. So I'm like, bye. See you. Don't want to be you. So I get out my bed to go to class, and I had this, like, area rug. I stepped in the area rug, and there were tacks in my rug. So her desk would always collapse because she had too much stuff on her desk, and she had a thing of tacks on her desk at all times. So I'm thinking her tacks probably fell, and when she swept up the room, she swept the tacks into my rug. That's what I think she was talking about on the phone. So when I felt that, I looked like I had pink tacks. She had blue tacks. They were these thick blue tacks, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't curse on my channel, but I guess you can put the 2 last letters. I was so hot. I called my mom. I called my boyfriend. I'm like, this girl put tacks in my rug. I called my friend. I'm like, yo, this girl's there. Like, yo, beat her up. I'm like, you know what? This girl is literally insane. I'm done with the situation. I know I should have done something about it. I should have said something, but I was so done and so happy to be done with this girl that I didn't even want to start something else. Like, I know that was a terrible thing for her to do, but I did not want to start anything else with this girl. She was literally mentally unstable. And so my mom, I've been wanting to do this story time for a long time, but I never did. And the mom was like literally feared for my safety. Like that girl had something wrong with her. I think she thought the girl was gonna kill me. So I never did the story time until I knew for sure I'm not gonna be on campus. So I'm most likely never gonna see her again. So I feel comfortable doing the story time now. So that's the story time about how my freaking roommate put text into my rug and she was crazy. It might have been all over the place, but whatever. Like there was way more to the story that like little stuff she did here and here that I didn't really include because it's just so much. But I tried to include as much as I can. You're not gonna figure out who she is. You're never gonna know who Z is, so mind your business. You're not gonna know. And follow me on Instagram, follow me on, subscribe, and like and comment, do what you gotta do. But oh, I know it's such a long story time. Like this girl was literally insane, but whatever, I'm done with it. Okay. Bye.